What is up, guys? Okay, so I get asked this question quite a lot. What is it like pregnant and dating? If you want to know the truth, it's difficult. So if you are pregnant and single, you probably understand. A lot of people are okay with it. A lot of people think it's quite weird. And then you get these emotions of feeling embarrassed because you're pregnant and single, and their first question is, where's the dad? I don't know. And it's a pain. It's a struggle, because when you have a baby, you're wanting to share that experience with your spouse. And and the people you date, you don't get that opportunity like that because it's not their kid. And a lot of people are, well, I want my own kid. So it is quite difficult to date when you are pregnant, all those emotions that go on and the struggles. I've been on a few dates before, and some people were very accepting and sweet and kind, and it was great and everything. But the thing about me is I have very high standards. I'm very particular with what I want. So when I get in a relationship, that's because I wanted them and they were everything I looked for. But then again, my emotions are very at peak. When you are pregnant, you're emotional, you're this, you're that, you're just different. But now that I had a lot of things that happened, I kind of changed. I'm a different person than I used to be. I learned what I want in a relationship, how I can act in a relationship, and know that it takes two to make it work. Like if that person's stressed out, then I have to help them, and if I'm stressed out, they should help me, but or help themselves. But yeah, being pregnant and single, it is so difficult. And yeah, it's very difficult. Yeah. So, but how I look at it is, I rather get to know someone when I'm dating on the camera, on the phone, build up my relationship through that way instead of being weird and physical. No, don't want to do that. So I want to use this time where I'm building up my relationship and friendship with somebody first before I go jump into all that stuff and everything. And that's what I think is very important. If you are pregnant and single, I highly suggest you just sit down like this, get a video chat going, get to know them. You don't need to go jump on dates and put yourself out there in the field and be all exhausted and mentally drained. And when you're pregnant, you're tired. It's just very hard for you to get up and walk around without your heart rapid beating, and you need to sit down within 2 seconds because you're like, oh my goodness, I feel like I'm carrying 10 weights on me. But I think that word of advice, just sit down, get to know the person, date them on the camera, date them through the phone, keep in touch, build up your friendship first. And that way it gives you time to relax emotionally. And you're going through a lot, and it's probably weird for you to show up to a date and just go, what up? I think it's weird. I wear a lot of baggy sweatshirts. I've been on a few dates and I'm just baggy sweatshirt. I don't want to explain this. It's hard. It's a painful thing to be single and pregnant. It really is. It's hard. So that's my truth. Some people have success in it. Some people don't. But as long as you stay strong and think about, it's better to be single and pregnant than have the baby and then be single with a newborn. That's even worse. So this gives you time while your baby's inside to just think about what kind of man you want or woman, and think about who you want to be as a person, where you want your life to go. Like, I'm going through a lot where I'm thinking, I want to go back to school again. I want to become something else. I want to do something that I enjoy. I love YouTube too. So if we can get this YouTube thing progressing, then I'll keep it up. But like, there's other things I want to do. But this is the time for you. If you're single and pregnant, take your time. Take your time. Pick someone that you really, really want to be around. Pick a man that shows empathy. Pick a man that shows you love. Pick a man who will be patient with your emotions. I didn't have that. It was difficult being pregnant and being emotional and going through a difficult time with my health and fainting and having a bunch of health things just pop out of everywhere. It was difficult because I didn't have someone that was patient. I didn't have someone that showed empathy for that. And I literally just felt unhappy with myself. I felt unhappy in a way where I felt like, I was a stay-at-home mom, and I was like, well, I want to do something with my life. They're doing something. So I got jealous in a way where I was like, well, I want to be something too. I want my license. I want this. Luckily, that's in the work in progress right now. But there's things that I never got to do that now I'm focusing on myself, and I'm trying to learn how to love myself first, as you guys always hear, and get to know me again and the new me. You don't want to be the old you, the same old you. Still be you, but become something better. Come out of your caterpillar shell and reincarnate into a new butterfly, if that makes sense. But yeah, don't give up. If you are single and pregnant, please take my advice and understand I'm living through it too. It's difficult. There's a lot of rejection, but it gives you time to know that, wow, this person loves me for this. Even if I'm pregnant, you will find that eventually, I'm sure of it. And when you do, keep them because they love you for all of you. But yeah, that's what my advice is about dating when you're pregnant. Take time for you. Find what you want to do. And thank you guys for watching. And I hope I answered your question. I love you guys so much. Bye-bye.